everybody. It's only us. It's 1 o'clock.
Only us.
Who else would you expect it on Thursday at 1 o'clock? Opposite Saxes.
I forgot to add your name to the bottom where it says, do you want me to go in and add your name? Would it make you feel more inclusive?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Everybody knows it's me.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's Lauren and that other guy.
Lauren and what's his name?
Yeah, Lauren and good old what's his name?
Stewie. Dirt.
That boy, does that one go back? What my best friend growing up, just to tell you what dirt means. My best friend, when growing up, had a little baby sister, and she couldn't say the word Stuart. So when I came over, she would say, "Hi, Dirt." And so my nickname in the neighborhood with her and her sister was Dirt Sax.
Well, how do you think I feel? It's Finn.
Well, yeah,
not Grandma.
Our grandson couldn't say Lauren, so he said Finn, and so it's stuck. So I'm Pop and she's Finn.
Go figure. Okay.
Right. I'm sure that most of you that are watching,
Carolina,
you have stories too. Oh yeah, because my grandkids call me so and so because they couldn't pronounce.
Well, maybe we should do that for a show.
Hey, probably
the names, nicknames.
Well, here we are. We are doing it.
Yeah.
And having said that, my mother, her name was Lillian, and all, but her older brother and sister had trouble saying Lillian and everything, and so because she was the youngest in the family, she was the baby, and so she became Babe.
That's cute.
And to this day, there are probably a lot of people who knew my mother who never knew her name was Lillian. Because they always knew her as Babe.
Yeah.
And all. Anybody else? Are there any other people that you can
no,
think of that?
No,
I
was
when you were growing up that that were people were just called by nicknames.
Oh well.
Sometimes athletes, there was a fellow that was a wrestler on our wrestling team. It was a state champion wrestling team in high school and all. And they called him Muscle. He just became Muscle because he worked out and had this, bodybuilder's kind of a physique. And I probably would have to go into the yearbook to find out what his real name was because, his name was always Muscle Reed.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You don't remember his first name.
And of course, when you get in the Army, very often, guys would call each other by nicknames rather than their real names.
Yeah.
They said back in the Vietnam era that sometimes using your real name could be detrimental. And that's why very often where you were from became your nickname. If you were from Tulsa, Oklahoma, everybody called you Tulsa or Memphis,
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing that in some of the war movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But what about somebody from Chicago?
Well, there was
somebody Chicago. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Chicago, Chi-Town.
My sister, my dad used to call my baby sister, my younger sister, Chuji Boom.
Chuji Boom.
Chuji Boom.
Chuji Boom.
Yeah, and I guess there was an old song, Chuji Boom, Chuji Boom, Chuji Boom. And I have no idea where it came from. I don't know if it's a different language or if he just made it up. Yeah. She was Chuji Boom.
Well, we had nicknames for our kids.
Yeah. Well, there was always the usual Pumpkin.
Yeah, but Jory, if you're watching this, sorry, but she was known as Punkadoo.
Yeah.
And then there was Poofer. Jeremy was Poofer because
Poofer and Punkadoo, right?
Poofer and Punkadoo. And
how did we come up with that?
It's something that just popped into our heads, started talking about, and I don't know where it came from, but sometimes I don't know. I think grandparents have a way sometimes of
of
of doing that
bestowing the
to yeah
nicknames.
to
Yeah,
the grandkids
yeah.
because they pinch your cheeks or something. You say you cute little choochie, you're such a cute little choochie, and then when they walk in to see you, hi choochie, how are you?
Well, when you go on and you look at names for people, Rebel, Blossom, I've never heard those unless
No.
those are Southern.
Well,
Buttercup,
well,
Buttercup.
Buttercup goes back.
Didn't people name their horses Buttercup?
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, Rebel could be some kid that was rolled up his sleeves and drove a pickup truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. But today you don't hear that so much.
But a lot of it came from shortening a real name, somebody's a real name. I mean, if a guy was named Bartholomew, he would usually end up with Bart,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
and by choice or by somebody else. But that always that always interested me when a boy or something with his legal name was like Francis.
yeah.
As he got older, Francis, wasn't like a strong enough,
Boy, you don't hear that at all.
muscular. So he became Frank. You know,
Yes. No, but you don't hear that,
that's
Francis.
that's a funny list. The
But yeah,
names for
traditional
grandma.
grandma
Yeah,
names,
Gam Gam.
Gam Gam, Gima, Gammy, Gigi, Glamma.
Well, Gigi we've used
Yeah,
because
yeah. Gran Gram, Granny. Don't anyone call me Gran.
yeah.
Just Marmy.
Marmy, I've heard that. Meemaw.
Meemaw,
Meemaw
yes.
and
Meemaw.
Pawpaw.
Yes.
Meemaw and Pawpaw are
Yes.
kind of southern names that are given to a grandmother and a grandfather. But
Oh, now this is interesting. Some of the actresses
actors and
and
actresses,
Debbie Reynolds, her kids called her
uh,
Abadaba,
Abadaba or Abadaba.
Abadoo,
Abadabadoo was from
maybe.
the Flintstones.
Caitlyn
Uh,
Jenner,
huh?
Caitlyn Jenner, Boom Boom.
uh,
I know you don't think you don't
yeah,
like
I wouldn't go with
Goldie Hawn. Perfect name for her.
Goldie. Where's Goldie on?
Glam Mom.
Grandma.
Yeah,
Grandma.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
How about Whoopi Goldberg? Whoopi, because they couldn't say the W.
But also Granny.
But yeah,
But now Naomi Judd was a Mama.
yeah.
Mom,
Well,
Mama.
look at some of the real names. I mean, was Judd Naomi her real name? I mean, there you got on the list Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure she was born with that name, and they come up the the black community very often have names that are derivations of they put together syllables from several
You're right.
relatives
You're right. You're right.
to come up with a name instead of just using a straight
How
name.
would you pronounce Rita Wilson's?
Rita Wilson, Yai,
Well, that's what I or
I
Yaya.
YAIA. Rita, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine Zeta Jones, I can understand ZZ.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
but it's kind of interesting especially when you meet somebody that has a nickname because they've gotten so used to that nickname. Uh, for instance, uh, what's her name that we see sometimes on Friday nights? Chili. And I don't know
And
what
she's young.
yeah, she's young, and I don't know whether that is her given name or that is a name that has been given to her. But she introduces her name herself as Chili, and you think, did your mother really name you Chili?
I can't imagine.
No,
I can't imagine.
Look at the sports industry. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq.
Right.
He's just known as Shaq. Uh, um, Walter Payton with the
Oh, what was his name?
sweetness,
Sweetness.
you know,
Right.
and
Right.
to a certain degree, I think nicknames became kind of an honor for a lot of people
I agree.
to be given that kind of a name. I'm trying to think of some of the great actresses of our time that have become dames, dames and
Well, Dame is different because that
that
is bestowed
that's bestowed by
by
the British.
yeah, monarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's different.
uh, but yeah, it's interesting, and when you start to think in your own family, go through and see how many of the grandparents as well as some of the youngsters today and everything have a given nickname that's different from their birth name.
Yeah, I mean, well, Liam is Lily or
Yeah,
Lee.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm trying. They call him something else, and I can't remember what they call him.
yeah. And then when
It's
people get older, sometimes they decide that maybe they're not that real wild about their first name, and so they use a
they
first initial, F. Scott Fitzgerald,
picture.
uh, what
Or was his name?
J.R. Tolkien, who wrote,
Yeah. Or
uh,
were their names too long to fit on the book cover?
that's
I
possible.
don't know, maybe.
That's possible.
Um, yeah, but you don't hear as many people with nicknames anymore,
You know what?
unless
It
we're just
probably
not in
would
those
it
circles.
would
I don't know.
probably surprise you how many that there are. There's an awful lot of fellows that were born with the name of uh, John that go by Jack, and I've never quite understood that. Uh, uh, President Kennedy, uh,
You're right, John F. Kennedy was
John,
Jack.
they called
I wonder
his
why.
his closest friends called him Jack. And it's always interesting the backstory.
Yeah,
That where
you're
where
right.
did that come from?
You're right.
You know, but sometimes a kid in the neighborhood is called Scooter. Now, was it because he
Scooter.
liked to ride a scooter? Or maybe it was because when he was a kid he scooted before he walked.
It's possible. I mean, it could be anything, but you don't hear that name anymore.
Well, but those are the names that we remember because it was from our generation.
Well, that's what I'm
You wonder
saying. You don't.
what some of the new nicknames are. If you know any of them, drop us
Yeah, let
a
us know.
note.
I'd love to know. We need
Say,
to ask Lee.
we got 5 grandkids and they're known as, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, and cinco.
Oh God, I hope not. Oh, geez.
Just off the top of my head,
Oh
you
man.
know, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, yeah, eins, zwei, drei, vier,
Oh my
fünf,
God. No, no, don't say that. No, but
or
yeah, I would love to know some other nicknames,
yeah.
especially the ones now, the kids nowadays.
And having said that, sometimes when people want to name their animals, they will Google, pet names, and man, you come up with page after page of some really interesting, cute
Unique names.
nicknames. And all of a sudden, you don't see that many dogs, name, Buster
Fido.
or Fido or that. Although I had a neighbor when I was growing up that had a poodle, and its name was Fido, but it was spelled Phydeaux.
Oh my.
Fido.
That's
And
pretty modern,
she had
pretty advanced for
she had a
them.
collar for that.
Oh my
But
God. But there's, well, honey bun, love bug for the pets.
yeah, and I'm
Boo.
thinking based on some movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody will call somebody because of a movie name.
Romeo,
Yeah,
Winston.
Winston.
I like that. That's a cute name.
Yeah,
Winston.
that's a
Ziggy.
sophisticated,
Yeah, it is.
sophisticated. Yeah, Ziggy Marley. I wonder
Yeah.
where he got the name Ziggy
Yeah,
from a father named Bob.
I don't know. Bella. Bella sounds like a dog's name.
Yeah, Max, that's multi-use.
Yeah.
That could be for a pet
Or
or for,
buddy. Buddy. A lot of buddies.
yeah, yeah. Well, we have a friend who's got a dog named Buddy, but the other dog is named Evie.
Mhm.
Anyway, well, where did the name Evie come up with? Was that named after somebody?
Well, yeah,
She's from Colombia.
yeah. So that might
It
have
might
something
be,
to
yeah,
do with it.
but
Anyway, well,
nicknames. It's a lot of fun thinking
yeah,
about nicknames, and now that we brought it up, I'll bet there's a lot of people that are watching and listening to this that are nodding their heads. Yeah, yeah, we got a lot of the grandkids or kids in the family,
right.
you
That
know, that have
we don't call them
nicknames,
by
you know,
their name.
or if you're a grandmother or a grandfather watching and you say, yeah, that's right, because my grandkids call me this, this, or this.
Yeah, they don't call me by my birth name, or I don't call them by their birth name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway, it's fun talking about nicknames. You
so
know,
different.
what's yours? Let us know. Okay. And come back again next week. All right. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.